Morning guys, how's it going? Afternoon, whatever time it is where you're watching. What are we doing today? Oh, we cannot look through these. Alright, so today it's getting towards the end of the to rates time, which means that our tip passes are becoming close to invalid via their expiry date. So today is yard cleanup day. I'm in the fish room this morning just to feed what I need to feed. I don't feed everybody in the mornings, just the young fry and a few other bits and bobs. So I'll do that, and I've got my first task today is to repair my roller mower, and I'll show you what's up with that in a minute. So guys, I actually bought this mower in like a zillion pieces and put it back together myself. I got it real cheap. The main issue I've had since building it, I've had it running for like a year, but this tensioner never had the right spring in it. So I've got it, I put washers on it and stiffened it up, and it just never worked. So what I actually did, I can't remember if I've vlogged this, I may have, but I'll just do a bit of a refresher if I can get it out of the bag. I cut a link out of this chain, which made it really short. So then you've got your joining link there, which I was trying to put into this, and I didn't back any of this off. I should have loosened this whole assembly so I could slide it across and put it on, but I didn't. I left it all tight, and in the process of trying to slip that chain on, that joining link shot over there somewhere in that vicinity. I got no idea where it went, but it's alright because I found a matching link at the local mower store, and he also gave me the half link, which is this one here, which I didn't realise it's not actually meant to move like that, so he told me to replace that as well. So I'm going to get that going, guys. So first up, I start changing the half link, and then I go to put the chain on, but I really don't have enough room to put the chain on, so I actually have to take off a different chain and then put the back chain on and then put the drive chain back on. It was just too tight, but I got it all to work, pretty confident in it. Alright guys, I got no idea if you're going to be able to hear me. I hope so. We'll see when I edit this video. But so I've just started it. It's cold. I haven't moved it yet, so I've put the side cover back on because that's how I'm 99% confident in what I've done. So I've completely deleted the tensioner. I'll do an audio over the hyperlapse to show you, tell you what I did. But you would have already heard that by now, so let's see if it rips. Yeah. Mint. Alright, so that was on low throttle. I don't actually mow the back lawn with this because it's not worth it, and like there's sand patches and stuff. I really try to look after this mower. I only mow the front, which is also full of weeds, but it looks good when you mow it with the roller. I've just got like a little rotary for the backyard, and I've got a Honda whippersnipper. So I feel like my next piece to my collection is an edger. So if any of you guys are selling an edger, I'm a bit nervous to use one. They look scary, but anyway, I'm gonna go mow the front lawn now. Before we mow, I want to tell you guys something. So you guys might think, why the hell is this guy bothering with this mower? Why didn't he just buy one that's not damaged? So that whole assembly was in 100 pieces when I bought it. The motor didn't run, and it didn't have a catcher. And you're not going to be able to tell now because it's covered in shit. But I'm pretty sure this mower was brand new. Like used once or twice and then sat in some rich person's garage, and then what happened is the carby blocked up. So I bought it for $180. Like, this is a $1,000 mower easy. So when I bought it, I pulled the carby apart and I got it running, and even to this day it still hunts a little bit, but it's not enough to bother me. And I don't know why I haven't ordered a new carby. I guess I'm just a cheap bastard. But every time I use it, it gets better and better. So the carby's like, all the channels have like cleared out. So it doesn't really hunt at full throttle. It's only if I try to do like half throttle that it hunts. Anyway, that's not the point of this story. So $180. I was expecting to spend up to $400 on buying a new motor and getting this running. The reason I bought it is because the blade was in mint condition. So then I got a catcher for 20 bucks. It is rusted out, but it doesn't bother me. Once it goes through, I'll just pop rivets and plate onto it. I'm not winning a photo contest. And then the chain's always been dicky. I've been missing a piece off it. The tension has been shit, and I tried to bodge it up last time, and it ended up being to the point where I lost that piece of the chain. And then so I was expecting to have to spend money on a chain, and I just went to the mower shop and it cost me $4. So this mower owes me $204. It's got a mint blade on it. It's like hardly scratched or anything. It's got like surface rust on all the handles. I do want to convert this to levers because this sucks, but I just couldn't say no to this thing. That's not painted the same color, but I don't care. For a 20-inch, that's wicked. You see the 16-inch Scott Boners going for like 600, and they're in worse condition than this. Cheers. All hosed off and back in her home. She lives under there. So next is the normal mower. This also has a problem, which I'm going to try fix. The throttle cable doesn't work, which is lawnmower 101. Every single lawnmower I've ever had has had seized throttle cable, including that one. That one seized last winter. I didn't use it, so maybe it was summer, sorry. When my lawn died in summer, I didn't use that for 3 months and the cable seized up. So now I hose it down and CRC the cables every time I put it away. Speaking of throttle cable sticking, I just had to CRC my whippersnipper cable. Man, I hate winter. It's like, I love winter because I hate summer, but I hate winter because it's wet and everything's moisture and everything seizes when you don't use it as often. Alright, now I'm going to whippersnip the front. I know, you meant to whippersnip before you mow, but I was hasty and I wanted to try out the mower. So here I am. So front's done, guys. It doesn't come out too bad for a bunch of weeds. At the end of winter, I'm going to hit it with, I think it's called bow and arrow weed killer. I'm not going to bother now. It's just too much weeds to even fathom doing so. And then this spring, I'm going to verti-mow it, top dress it, and hit it with like really good wetter soil and some good fertilizer, and hopefully I can get some nice lawn this spring. See how that goes. Alright, so we're at the tip, guys. Loaded the trailer up. We've got like 6 tip passes to use by the 31st because I've been really fucking lazy for the last 12 months. So that's my old solar heart hot water system panel. So the guys here have actually asked me to put it in the steel bin. That thing has 0 steel. It's aluminium, copper, rubber and glass, but I've just done as I'm told, and then I'm gonna go unload the rest of the shit. On our way home now. I fucking hate this place. That's probably why I've still got 6 passes from last year, because I avoid it like the plague. we're gonna be doing another load tomorrow. We've only got like 3 weeks to use the passes up, so I guess it's good motivation to do a big cleanup. I'll show you when I go home. The yard already looks 100 times better. I know I'll be excited once it's finished, but while I'm doing it, it makes me grumpy. Alright guys, lawnmower repairs number 2. So, what's this one? I don't even know what it is. What brand? It's a Briggs & Stratton. Oh, no. Mass Sport 600 ST. I don't really look after this one very well. I bought it second hand. I don't wash it down or anything, and it's caught up with me. The throttle only moves to there, so I've got to fix that. I pulled the cable off. From what I can tell, the cable's been bent and then someone straightened it, the previous owner, and I fucking hate them cables. They drive me up the wall. On the real mower, you have to have them, so I work with them. But, so what I've done, I've snapped off a bit of cable. This is just a little hook. Pops out, turn it off. Open that up, start it up. Drop that in there. Runs. So this means that I can't turn the speed down when I'm emptying the catcher, but I don't really fucking care. I'm just over it. Every single lawnmower I've ever owned has that same cable fuck out. So fuck the cable. So it ended up working sick, guys. So that's off. See if you can see from here. I lift that pin, push that into there, and there's that little hole. So that's low RPM for to empty a catcher, and then drop it into this hole, and that's full RPM for mowing. So I literally just push this up, drop that in there, empty the catcher, and then drop it back in there. And then when I want to turn it off, lift and push and it off. So I ran out of fuel in the whippersnipper. So if you ignore the fact I haven't finished whip snipping the weeds, I can't believe how different it looks. I'm actually really annoyed at myself. I'd really like to do like before and after photos, like with the click. I've seen a few vloggers do it, looks cool, but I didn't. So there's Ange raking up. It looks huge. I'm stoked. Let's go back here and see if you can get a perspective of how big it looks from here. Sorry today's video doesn't have any fish in it, guys, but that's just part of my vlogging. Not everything's going to be about fish. That's on the bird's eye, what do you call it, fish eye camera, but it looks massive. I'm stoked. I love my backyard. I got the trees. They're a pain in the ass, but the birds are wicked. Like, we love our wildlife, and my backyard's full of it. I get bobtails in here. I get snakes, which is kind of unfortunate, but I've actually had bobtails breed in here and all sorts. Like, I found baby bobtails and they were tiny. Are they blue tongues? No, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, bobtails. And I actually took them into Murdoch Vet, and they said they were less than a month old. So the chances are they had actually bred in my backyard. So I'm going to wrap today's video up there, guys. If you like what you saw, hit like, and don't forget to hit subscribe just up in the corner there. See ya.